Hi, hello, my name is Miss Caroline. I am the children's librarian at the Coolidge Corner Library, and I am here to talk to you about the library's Make Your Own Story kits. The Make Your Own Story kits are part of the Brookline Public Library's ideaSPACE. ideaSPACE is generously sponsored by the Brookline Library Foundation and is brought to you by federal funds provided by the Institute of Museum and Library Services and administered by the Massachusetts Board of Library Commissioners. The library is going to be offering ideaSPACE kits every 4 weeks. There will be an ideaSPACE Make Your Own Story Junior kit for ages 5 through 9 every 4 weeks, and a Make Your Own Story kit for ages 10 and up for you to choose from. You can sign up for the kits on Eventbrite 1 week before the kits are available to pick up. Once you've signed up for a kit, you can call the library or chat to us on the library website, and we will schedule a 30-minute pickup slot for you on the date of your choosing. So, you do not have to have a Make Your Own Story kit in order to follow along this video and make this craft on your own at home. Many of our kits are composed of very common household items, such as the craft that I'm going to walk you through today. But if you do happen to have one of the library's own Make Your Own Story kits, you'll have something like this. This is the kit for today's project. It's Make Your Own Story Junior Fruit Fans Kit. If you've picked it up, you can open it up right now. And inside of it, you will find the materials to make 2 different patterns of fans that I'm going to walk you through right now. First, you're going to have 7 popsicle sticks. You're going to have a pack of colored pencils. You're going to find a glue stick. You're going to find 6 sheets of origami paper in 2 different colors, which hopefully make you think of fun and delicious summertime fruits. And you will find a brass fastener. All of these materials are going to be used in the craft that we're going to do today. The 2 different patterns of fans that I'm going to walk you through is first this one here, and secondly we have this fan here. All right, excellent. So we're going to start off with this pattern right now. For this pattern, what you're going to need is 2 sheets of origami paper. You're going to need your brass fastener. You're going to need your colored pencils, and you're also going to need to take a close look at the popsicle sticks that you received. 5 of the popsicle sticks that you received will have a hole drilled into one of the ends. You're going to need those 5 popsicle sticks to make this fan. All right, awesome, excellent. So the first step that you're going to take is you're going to choose the colors that you want your fan to be. I happen to have green and red in my kit, but you might have white and red or white and green, in which case you might want to make an apple fan. You might have 2 different shades of yellow or 2 different shades of orange or 2 different shades of green, in which case you might want to make a lemon fan or an orange fan or a lime fan. Or you might find that you don't want to make a fruit fan at all, and you just want to design and color your own fan in whatever kind of pattern or illustration you want. You can draw a picture of your favorite place, you can draw portraits of your family or your pets or your friends, or a scene from your favorite book on your fan if you would like, whatever strikes your fancy. But I think for myself today, I'm going to make a watermelon fan. So what you're going to do first, once you have your 2 pieces of paper and you've made your decision regarding your color, you're going to get one of your pieces of paper and you're going to glue a small strip of glue right down the edges of one of the pieces of paper. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to tilt my camera down so that you can see what I am doing. So I have my 2 pieces of paper right here, and I am going to glue just a very narrow strip right down here, which you may be able to see on the camera. It might be a little bit shiny with the reflection. And then you're going to take your second piece of paper and you're just going to press down. So what you're going to end up with is one rectangle. All right, fantastic. Now we're going to hold our fan, our finished product, up to it. This is the sample that I'm showing you. So what you see here, and I did not have a brass fastener to make a sample with you for you guys, so I just took apart a paper clip and used that. But this is where your brass fastener will go for your final fan. Looking down here, you see we have our rectangle, and looking at the sample, what we have is we have an arc. We have one arc right here, and we have another arc right here. We need to trace this arc. What I have found is helpful is if you can get a piece of string or a piece of twine, it will help you make an even arc along your paper. So what we're going to do is you're going to find the center, or estimate where the center of your paper is, and you're going to get one of your colored pencils. You'll tie a small hole around at the end of your string and slip your pencil through, and then you're going to pinch the string right at the center of your paper. You see we marked the center line. I'm going to put the tip of my pencil on the edge here of this square. I'm going to pinch the string right here at the middle, and then I'm just going to trace down and make an arc there, and then I'm going to trace down and make an arc there. So we can see that is a pretty good arc. So now what I have is I have the top curve of our fan right there. Now I'm going to do the same thing for the bottom curve of the fan, which is going to be kind of like right there. And so I'm just going to estimate, and I'm going to say right here. It looks good to me. And so I'm going to trace there, and then I'm going to trace there. All right, and so there is the paper shape that I'm going to use to trace on my fan. Now there are some components. Our kit does not include scissors, so if you have scissors at home, which most homes do, please use your scissors to cut out this shape. Now this is a Craft Along Junior kit, so it's meant for ages 5 through 9. So what I would ask is that if you are a responsible adult, or if you have a responsible adult with you, if you could let them do this part of the process. The cutting with the sharp scissors should definitely be done with adult hands. So we're going to just cut really quick and cut out the shape of our fan. The top edge, and now we have the bottom curve. All right, and so now we have the paper for our fan cut out. Now this is really the fun part. So this is our design, our drawing portion. So I've already revealed that I want to make a watermelon for my fan. So I'm just going to quickly doodle a watermelon here. Now, you don't have to do a fruit. As I was saying, if you prefer to do sort of a very fancy kind of Rococo style fan with little portraits of all of your beloved family and friends on your paper, that would be super cool to see the finished product. You could also do a favorite scene from one of your favorite books in these fans. Or you can also make more than one for sure. This is a project that really just uses sort of simple household items. So once you are done making the fans with the supplies that we provided for you, you by all means can continue making different styles of fun fans using the materials that you have at home. I certainly have a whole pile of paper in my own home, and you may as well. It's kind of nice to find different uses for items that we have at home. It's summertime now, so you may be eating a lot of delicious popsicles at home. This is a great project that will help you reduce and reuse those materials that you aren't quite ready to recycle yet. So here I've just finished doing the rind on my watermelon fan. Now I'm going to come through and draw the watermelon. I'm being very quick as I do this because I want to lead you through the rest of this craft. You, of course, are welcome to stop and pause and rewind and rewatch this video as many times as you may need to. So please don't feel like you have to keep up with me as I lead you through this process. This is really just so that I can help you move along with your own project. You don't have to do it as quickly and as speedily as I am doing. I actually hope that you're going to hit pause so that you can spend as much time as you need designing the look of your fan at this stage. Which is kind of one of the cool things about virtual programming, is that you can do this as many times as you would like from the comfort of your own home, which you would not be able to do if this was an in-person library program. But this way you can share this video with your family and friends who may live far away, and then do the craft together, all together as a family, which is a pretty cool opportunity that we can do with virtual technology now. So here we go. We have the base of our fan. So what you're going to do now that you have drawn the design on your fan that you would like, you need to find the 5 popsicle sticks in your kit that have a hole in the end. And what you're going to do is you're going to take your brass fastener and you are going to push it through the hole in the bottom of your popsicle sticks so that they will all fan out like this, because you need to support the paper of the fan where you drew your picture. Okay? So what we're going to do, you're going to take your fan and you're going to turn it upside down. So we have our drawing here. You're going to turn it upside down here. You're going to get your popsicle sticks that you have put together with your brass fastener. And again, I don't have a brass fastener to show you all, but you have one in your kits. You're going to fan out all of your pieces and you're going to arrange them so that the bottom one is like that. And then here here, here, and here, okay? Once you have gotten this arrangement all laid out, you're going to take your glue stick and you're going to glue from the end, from where the paper meets the popsicle stick to the edge of that popsicle stick. So you don't want to get glue down where the popsicle sticks aren't touching your colored paper. So you're going to lift up your popsicle sticks again, fan them out, and then put your glue on the base of the popsicle sticks where they were touching the paper. And what you're going to end up with, you're going to put them back down on the paper and press, 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 press. And then you're going to end up with something like this. Okay. Then, once you have glued and the glue is all nice and dry, you're going to pick up the popsicle stick on the top here, and you're going to press it down on top of the popsicle stick directly below it, and you're going to squish that paper flat. Then you're going to take up these two popsicle sticks, and you're going to press them down onto the next popsicle stick and press a crease into the paper below it. Then you're going to take the next popsicle sticks, put them down on the next popsicle stick next to them, and press down on that paper so that it's folded. And then you're going to move them on top of the final popsicle stick and press down there nice and tight. And that's going to create the folds. That's going to create the folds for your fan. And then you can open it up, and there you go. You have a nice fan that you can use, just like this. All right, fantastic. So that was our first popsicle stick. I hope that you all had a lot of fun making it. And now I'm going to walk you through our second pattern, okay? So our second pattern, to show you again, is this one right here. It's basically one long accordion fold, and you stretch it out, you pinch it with your fingers right here to hold it together, and you can just fan like this. It has popsicle sticks, the two popsicle sticks that don't have holes, that run all the way down the piece of paper on one end, the far end of the accordion fold, and then the other far end of the accordion fold. But in the middle, it's just one long crimped piece of paper that I have drawn to look like a watermelon. So you can see that it is quite different from the pattern that we just finished, because for the pattern that we just finished, it is closed at the bottom with your brass fastener. This one, this accordion fold fan is not. It's completely loose, and you just hold it together with your fingers to keep it together when you're using it. Okay? All right, fantastic. So we have two popsicle sticks, and then you have all of the rest of your paper. The 4 sheets of paper that you have remaining are going to be used in making this fan. So what we're going to do is we're going to start out in the same way that we did with our other fan. We're going to take our origami paper and we're going to glue it together into a rectangle. Except this rectangle is going to be much, much longer than the rectangle that we had for the first fan, because that one only used 2 sheets of paper and this one we used 4. So the process is the same though. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your glue and you're going to just run a strip of glue down one edge, and then you're going to take your next piece of paper and press it on top like this. Then you're going to run your glue down the edge of the new piece of paper that you just pressed down. Put a new sheet on top. I think I accidentally, there we go. Put a new sheet of paper on top. And then you're going to get your final sheet of paper, which will be most likely the rind. So for me, since I'm doing a watermelon, the rind is going to be green. But again, if you're making a different kind of fruit, it would be a different color paper. So now we have one big long rectangle. So the next stage, you can see with this fan, the goal is to get the folds as close as possible to the width of the popsicle stick itself. So what we're going to do to accomplish this is you're going to take one of your popsicle sticks and you're going to trace it on, oh, you know what? I forgot the most important thing. We need to draw our fruit pattern on our new rectangle of sheets. So why don't we do that? And then I will walk you through, the measuring part. So again, I am doing watermelon. So I am just going to draw my watermelon seeds like this. And I'm speeding through this because I am counting on you all to be able to pause and rewind as you choose for this video. I am doing a watermelon again, but you all are welcome to be as creative as you would like. So if you want to do a fruit fan, by all means do your fruit fans, but if you don't want to do a fruit fan, if you want to do your favorite book scene or portraits of your families or a favorite place, by all means please do. And then what would be super cool is if you could take a photo of your fan and then put it on social media and tag the library so that we can see all of the hard work and hopefully the enjoyment that you got out of doing this project. Because I know I certainly miss seeing all of the cool, fun, and creative projects that my patrons do, which I get to see when they come into the library in person. And so I would love to see what you guys can create at home. It would be so special for you to share pictures of your creations with the library. I hope that you will. But the most important thing, of course, is that you enjoy yourselves making these projects. And I hope you'll share the fruits of your labors with your family and with all of your loved ones. And maybe even encourage them to supply their own materials and make this project along with you, so that you can all have a fun project to do. Since we are spending so much time together with our loved ones right now, it's fun to have fun projects that we can do with each other so that we can enjoy each other's company and have that experience to share with them. So here we go. I am almost done with my watermelon. Here we go. All right, fantastic. So here we have the drawing that will be on the front part of my fan. Now, as I was saying, our goal is to make the folds the same width as our popsicle sticks. So what we're going to do, just lay your popsicle stick down on the paper. And what I'm going to do, oops, there we go, is just trace the edge of your popsicle stick along the back. And so you can see this is creating a measuring template for you when it gets to the point that you want to fold your accordion folds for this fan. So this is a process. Just start at one end and go all the way to the other end. Hopefully you have a friend or a family member, some loved one with you as you work on this, and you can just take this time to talk with them about their project, their designs, ask them what inspired them as you do this stage. It can take a little bit of a time and a little bit of patience to get from one end to the other, but it is really helpful when you get to the next stage to have some template that you can follow when you are making your folds. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be, you know, super fancy, but it is helpful, and I think it does make the finished product maybe a little bit more satisfactory when you are finished with it. So we're just going to trace all the way to the end. Here we go. As I'm tracing this, I'm just thinking about all of the other different kinds of illustrations that could be done on the front part of the fan, and I really like the idea of illustrating your favorite book scene. I would love to see what cool and creative fun designs you guys all come up with. I might actually just on my own make another fan for fun and illustrate one of my favorite book scenes on it once this video is over, because it seems like such a cool idea to have and see folks create. Okay, great. So now we have our measuring lines traced all along our fan where our accordion folds will be. And all you need to do is just start folding along these lines. So fold here, fold there, fold there. Again, all the way up to the end of your fan. So it's hard to say which of these two designs is my favorite. I do really like the first design because of the fact that it has 5 sticks, and it's pretty stable because you do have that brass fastener that is securing the 5 sticks at the bottom. But I admit this accordion style fan, I think, cools you down more than the other fan does because there's so much more surface area to the fan itself. I feel like I get a much stronger breeze using this design of fan than I do with the other design of fan. But the other design of fan does really give you a great space to draw your illustrations on. So it can be hard to choose because this fan, the accordion folds never fully flatten out. When you're using it, your image can be a little distorted and a little harder for others to see. The other fan, when it's open, the full design can be seen because it is flat when you open it. So that might be actually something, if you were going to pursue making more fans, would be an interesting thing for you to think about what type of illustrations might be best suited for one fan style over the other. If you've ever seen four-edge painting on old antique books, there's this technique where you can paint on the edges of the pages of a closed book in such a way that you can only see the drawing that was painted on the edges of the book when the book is opened or pressed to a certain angle, which is very, very cool and very impressive. I wonder if something similar might be a tool that you could use when you are making a fan that has an accordion style, such as this second design that I'm walking you through. because it does seem like there's a certain sort of, the distortion lends itself to a certain kind of art, a certain kind of technique. So the cool thing about four-edge painting is that only the reader of the book might necessarily be able to ever see the painting that's painted on it. So for the accordion folds, you could do something very, very cool where you have two different kinds of paintings or two different scenes. One scene that you see painted on this side of the folds and another scene that you see painted on this side of the folds. Would be a pretty cool project for an advanced fan maker to explore on their own. Something that I might explore because it sounds like a pretty cool idea the more I think about it. So here we go. At the end of our accordion fold, we have our fan totally folded. You can see my watermelon right here. And the final step, I bet you guys can guess what it is so simple and so easy. All you need to do is get your two popsicle sticks, my two popsicle sticks, and put glue along down the one entire side of your popsicle stick, so all the way up and down. Because unlike the other fan, the sticks on this fan are going to be totally against the paper. So from one end of the stick to the other, it will be entirely against the edge of the paper. Then you're going to flip it over, put glue on one side, one entire side of the other popsicle stick. And then press it down on the other side of the accordion fold. Squish it really, really tight, really, really tight. And then my glue isn't totally dry. You should definitely let your glue dry all of the way, but I'm going to see if it will at least stay together enough to show you a final shot of this fan that we just walked through. So here we go, squish, 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 squish. All right, and there we go. And that is the second fan design contained in this kit. So you should be all set. Please walk through this kit. Feel free to explore, spend as much time working on your design for your fan, and make as many as you would like. Please do tag the library. If you decide to put any of your fans up on social media, it would be so cool and so rewarding to see the projects that you have put so much work into on our social media, because we miss seeing you, and we miss getting to do fun crafts like this in person with all of our patrons. And so this would be a great way to share and give us a great opportunity to feel like we are being close to you right now. So please enjoy this craft. In 4 weeks, we will have an entirely new Make Your Own Story Junior kit available for you, and we will be advertising it up on social media when it is ready for you guys to reserve your slots for those new kits. And we hope that you are staying safe and happy and healthy during this time. We look forward to seeing you again. All right. Bye. Have a great afternoon. Bye.